that's when it all begins. I don't need a rollie on my wrist. Perfect timing, got with the assist. I've been working since I was a kid. I just gotta keep my head up. Running, I'm never gon' let. I'll never feed the haters cause they fed up. They still tryna find a way to win. I the God, that's when it all begins. I don't need a rollie on my wrist. Perfect timing, got with the assist. I've been working since I was a kid. I just gotta keep my head up. Running, I'm never gon' let. I'll never feed the haters cause they fed up. Yeah, I got them fed up for real. Riding around, but I'm the passenger now. Cause Jesus done took the wheel. What is it now? I know they all want the crown. It's heavy like 200 pounds. You in or you out, you better stop running your mouth. I got wings, ain't no shooting me down. Heaven sent, I'm a saint. Leave it all in the paint. In my bag on the way to the bank. If you chase, then you know your fate. Super size, we don't gotta aim. They see us coming on, what a flame. Got a vibe with the gang. You know my name, you don't know my pain. They counting me out. Every second, you know who's in front, so I'm coming in second. They hit on my flows, but they use me as reference. God save my soul, cause he don't got a preference. I see these fools flying, they ain't safe. They doing the most right in front of my face. I know that we got it, we up like an addict. On the phone, we bought it, we know what it takes. They still tryna find a way to win. Had the God, that's when it all begins. I don't need a rollie on my wrist. Perfect timing, got with the assist. I've been working since I was a kid. I just gotta keep my head up. Running, I'm never gon' let. I'll never feed the haters cause they fed up. They still tryna find a way to win. Had the God, that's when it all begins. I don't need a rollie on my wrist. Perfect timing, got with the assist. I've been working since I was a kid. I just gotta keep my head up. Running, I'm never gon' let. I'll never feed the haters cause they fed up. You don't gotta see. All you need is faith, the size of a mustard seed. It was hard to believe, but I know God is with me. Look what he's done for me. I'm still on a mission, don't bother me. They're playing the game like it's hide and seek. Giving the bag, just wait and see. Don't tell them themselves with accuracy. You don't know all the pain I felt. It just felt like I went through hell. Started riding when I was 12. 10 years later, I'm doing well. When you need them the most, they gon' sell. Call on God, he'll pay for the bill. No one's perfect, we all gonna fail. I follow God, I'm behind him like a tail. They tryna take me out, gotta switch it, I'm running a different route. I'm too different, I don't fit in with the crowd. I'm too busy just tryna make mama proud. Talking down on the game, that's not allowed. Better watch what you say when we around. I can go on for days, I got plenty rounds. I got angels surrounding me, look around. Yeah, they still tryna find a way to win. Had the God, that's when it all begins. I don't need a rollie on my wrist. Perfect timing, got with the assist. I've been working since I was a kid. I just gotta keep my head up. Running, I'm never gon' let. I'll never feed the haters cause they fed up.
Where's Da Vinci?
Find a way to win. I the God, that's when it all begins. I don't need a rollie on my wrist. Perfect timing, got with the assist. I've been working since I was a kid. I just gotta keep my head up. Running, I'm never gon' let. I'll never feed the haters cause they fed up. They still tryna find a way to win. I the God, that's when it all begins. I don't need a rollie on my wrist. Perfect timing, got with the assist. I've been working since I was a kid. I just gotta keep my head up. Running, I'm never gon' let. I'll never feed the haters cause they fed up. For real, riding around, but I'm the passenger now. Cause Jesus done took the wheel. What is it now? I know they all want the crown. It's heavy like 200 pounds. You in or you out, you better stop running your mouth. I got wings, ain't no shooting me down. Heaven sent, I'm a saint. Leave it all in the paint. In my bag on the way to the bank. If you chase, then you know your fate. Super size, we don't gotta aim. They see us coming on, what a flame. Got a vibe with the gang. You know my name, you don't know my pain. They counting me out. Every second, you know who's in front, so I'm coming in second. They hit on my flows, but they use me as reference. God save my soul, cause he don't got a preference. I see these fools flying, they ain't safe. They doing the most right in front of my face. I know that we got it, we up like an addict. On the phone, we bought it, we know what it takes. They still tryna find a way to win. Had the God, that's when it all begins. I don't need a rollie on my wrist. Perfect timing, got with the assist. I've been working since I was a kid. I just gotta keep my head up. Running, I'm never gon' let. I'll never feed the haters cause they fed up. They still tryna find a way to win. Had the God, that's when it all begins. I don't need a rollie on my wrist. Perfect timing, got with the assist. I've been working since I was a kid. I just gotta keep my head up. Running, I'm never gon' let. I'll never feed the haters cause they fed up. You don't gotta see. All you need is faith, the size of a mustard seed. It was hard to believe, but I know God is with me. Look what he's done for me. I'm still on a mission, don't bother me. They're playing the game like it's hide and seek. Giving the bag, just wait and see. Don't tell them themselves with accuracy. You don't know all the pain I felt. It just felt like I went through hell. Started riding when I was 12. 10 years later, I'm doing well. When you need them the most, they gon' sell. Call on God, he'll pay for the bill. No one's perfect, we all gonna fail. I follow God, I'm behind him like a tail. They tryna take me out, gotta switch it, I'm running a different route. I'm too different, I don't fit in with the crowd. I'm too busy just tryna make mama proud. Talking down on the game, that's not allowed. Better watch what you say when we around. I can go on for days, I got plenty rounds. I got angels surrounding me, look around. Yeah, they still tryna find a way to win. Talk to God, that's when it all begins. I don't need a rollie on my wrist. Perfect timing, God with the assist. I've been working since I was a kid. I just gotta keep my head up. Running, I'm never gon' let. I'll never feed the haters cause they fed up.
Where's Da Vinci?
Find a way to win. I to God, that's when it all begins. I don't need a rollie on my wrist. Perfect timing, God with the assist. I've been working since I was a kid. I just gotta keep my head up. Running, I'm never gon' let. I'll never feed the haters cause they fed up. They still tryna find a way to win. I to God, that's when it all begins. I don't need a rollie on my wrist. Perfect timing, God with the assist. I've been working since I was a kid. I just gotta keep my head up. Running, I'm never gon' let. I'll never feed the haters cause they fed up. For real, running around, but I'm the passenger now, cause Jesus done took the wheel. What is it now? I know they all want the crown, it's heavy like 200 pounds. You in or you out, you better stop running your mouth. I got wings, ain't no shooting me down. Heaven sent, I'm a saint, leave it all in the paint. In my bag on the way to the bank. If you chase, then you know your fate. Super size, we don't gotta aim. Ain't see us coming on, what a flame. Got a vibe with the gang, you know my name, you don't know my pain. They counting me out, every second you know who's in front, so I'm coming in second. They hit on my flows, but they use me as reference.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We're back with another Sold Out podcast, another Sold Out live on this Saturday, man. Y'all smash that like button. Sub up to the channel if you haven't done so already, man. My name is Jeremy Jones, and I make content about sneakers and occasional try-on hauls, but mostly about sneakers. So if you like sneaker content, you are in the right place, man. Smash that like button, sub up, and I'm going to let my homie go ahead and introduce himself.
Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? It's me, Dev Dunks, man. I'm excited about this one, man. Like I say in the chat, I know we got some heat coming, man. So I'm very interested to see what everybody has.
Most definitely, man. This one is gonna be a great one, man. So if y'all haven't read the title, if y'all ain't on the Discord, join the Discord. It's a sold out Discord. Link is pinned in the chat already. So for all the people that's catching us on the playback, sub up, because the Discord, man, is growing slowly but surely. We have officially crossed over the 100 member mark. We're over 100 members that joint and counting, man. So and that's a big milestone considering we just set this up roughly 3 weeks to a month ago, right? Okay.
Yeah,
you know man. So Dunks thought we was gonna sit at 80, and I know he wasn't taking shots, but I'm like, I know we're gonna clear 100. I think we're gonna hit 150 before the year is out. We still got time.
Okay.
Most definitely, that's my goal. I want to sit on that joint. But top 5 sneakers of 2022. You know what I'm saying? Holy crap, man. This is the end of the year. While I know we still got a few sneakers that's set to drop to close the year out, like, I don't know, the Chicago 2s, or we still got the Orange Lobsters that's going to do official drop on sneakers. We still got those. I get that. But they may or may not be on this. Actually, we got a full list. So what me and Dunks did, right? We ran down a list of what we think is the top sneakers of 2022. And then Dunks picked 5 that he think is top 5. We got a little chart for him. I picked 5. We're going to do 2 honorable mentions apiece. And then out of the top 5 that me and Dunks pick, we're going to put them in one list and make them a official top 5 list. So we got 3 categories. So I'll give you another example. So pretty much if, say, like me and Dunks choose the same shoe, that means that shoe automatically advances to the top 5. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Of like all time, right? That it's you got 2 votes already, so we don't got to argue. Now the placement will possibly change at the end, so we'll go there. And honestly, when I ran down the road of this joint, I forgot. Low key, I said this was a quiet month, but you know, when you started to go down the list, it was a little bit more harder. And all my honorable mentions, I feel like I could have easily just put them on the list in general. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I think I did a rough count. I think there's roughly over 21 sneakers we narrowed it down to between the two of us. So like I will say this, there's some packs on there that had like a 2-pack or a 3-pack or a 4-pack. So that's more sneakers, but it fall under the same category. But then if that happens to be on the list, which I don't know Dunk's list, this thing, I don't know what's on Dunk's list.
Yeah.
Dunk doesn't know, and this is really like this is no cap. There's 2 shoes that like what I did is I gave him a whole list of what I thought was the top, and I was like, if all your shoes are on here, let me know. He's like, only 2's missing. He added those, but I don't know what order. I don't know if there's an honorable mention. I don't know what number it is, like 5, 4, 6, 3, 2, 1. I don't know. So really wasn't no cheating in this and involved. We didn't work on this behind the scenes. No, we worked on it behind the scenes, but we didn't do it as a team. That's I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, so honestly, whatever he says his placement is going to be just as a price to me as it is to you guys. Same with my list. It's like he said, he has no clue what's on mine. I have no clue what's on his. So like I said, it's definitely going to be interesting. I'm definitely excited to hear what some of you guys got.
Most definitely. And that was the reason and the way I wanted to do it. Like I didn't want it to be like, because I feel like we would have worked on it together. We would have easily already been doing what we should have did live. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and plus it would have taken like the excitement and the curiosity out of it, you know, because we would have had it together, so there wouldn't have been a need for your version, my version. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. And shout out to Manny with the kicks with the Zeta kicks like in the Discord. That's why I love the Discord, man, because I wouldn't have honestly. I caught huge W's today. I'm gonna keep it 100. I caught 2 huge, technically 3, but 2 that I know where y'all gonna be like, yo, I know y'all gonna go crazy over them. Like when I told y'all the Zeta Kicks joint, and just a little quick back before we get into this joint, Zeta Kicks is a dude that got pretty much sued for he was getting his shoes directly from like the Memphis, not the Memphis factory, but the Oregon factory. You know what I'm saying? So I know the shoes are legit, but you know, he had pretty much got in over his head, but pretty much all his inventory, they're selling it on eBay. So I think that was part of the lawsuit situation. That's probably more information to come. So I wasn't scared to buy off of him because I know his stuff is legit, and it's because he's getting it directly from the Oregon factory. What he doing was pretty much, think about it, if you got to catch a lawsuit behind that off of Nike, that's their product. They know, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, they can take the product, but he should be able to keep everything that he's made, you know? Because I mean, that was legit purchases. It wasn't like he was like stealing money or stealing the shoes.
Well, he had an inside connect, and they were being paid for it, but he had a huge, you know what I'm saying? It's more down to it. But long story short, all that inventory versus just putting it back in the factories and trying to sell it back out, they're putting it on eBay and auction. It's not auction, actually buy now. It's none of that. It's buy now stuff. But what apparently is what that money still doesn't go to him. He's got to use that to pretty much pay off all the trouble and situations he's been into. I did a slight read on it. Yeah, I did a slight read. So like he gonna make a good bag when he got off there. And the one shoe that I've been looking for that I thought I wasn't even gonna close the year out for, it was on there. And I'll put it this way. 2 of those shoes, I bought 3 pairs of shoes. I bought 3 pairs of shoes a day. 2 of those, I bought the last size available.
Ooh.
So I caught Manny, you came in with, I gotta salute to Manny because you came in with the quickness, because had I would have known about this tomorrow, those 2 shoes I bought out of 3, I wouldn't have had them. I couldn't have bought them. Fun fact. Thank you, Manny. Let me run down the chat real quick. Kwame in the building says, yo, what's good? What up, Kwame? Manny with a kick says Europe. We got I'm gonna just say laugh. The last part says flip. I'm gonna just say your last name. Dunk says, I know we got some heat coming, most definitely. Rachel says, what up, my people? What up, Rachel? What up?
Hello, Rachel.
Random Nest says, what's good, cuz? What up? Kwame says, what's good, Rachel? I just been catching up on cleaning after tracking snow and salt from the shoveling yesterday. Sheesh. Dang.
Yeah.
Dang, Kwame.
That's tough, man.
Most definitely. Y'all smash that like button if y'all haven't done so already. All the people that just got in here, smash the like button, sub up if you haven't done so already. Let me see what else. Kwame says you can finally make it to the store again if needed something. Wow. Hey, Kwame, so you've been snowed in. You've been snowed in. Rachel says, at Kwame, I'm chilling, ready for the debate. Most definitely is coming. Kwame says, top 5 is tough. There was some good resales, some good releases this year. I thought, honestly, I'm gonna be 100. I thought this year was trash until I went through the list. And I'm like, oh well, all right. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, I love like this. I like this. I like this. Yeah, I think it wasn't nothing that truly like completely wowed me, but there still was stuff I was gonna buy. So
I agree.
That's just what come with the game. Let's see. Sneakerhead from LA says, "What's good? Sold out in chat. What up, Sneakerhead?
What's going on? What's going on?"
SISA said, "Good evening." Manny with the kick says, "I almost spilled out my list on the Discord, but we already know though." Yo, it was so I was about to screenshot that joint and send it to everybody and just add Dunks, but I'm like, nah, I may be risking it, you know. So yeah. I almost did that joint too. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad, Manny. At Rachel says SISA say what's up? Hope you good. Manny, me too from Rachel. Okay, so everybody almost did this joint. Manny with the kick says, let's see, you definitely got a heat list, Rachel. No biggie, my guy from Manny. Appreciate that, Manny. Thank you, man. That because you don't know what I got. You know, you don't know what I purchased. That's why I'm just like, you know. Thank you, man. Kwame says, damn, he selling his shoes to pay legal bills. That's rough. Yeah, and all the other like open little sources, he's gonna pretty much that money's not going back in his hand. It's going back to legal fees and probably cutting because the thing is, I'm assuming they settled out of court, but pretty much a part of the deal, he can't keep them, so he's gonna sell them, and that money's got to be used, and he's got to provide the proof. Very unique situation, but I mean, I've never been in it, so that is what it is. We got Derek Dynasty in the building says, what's good, my people? What up, Derek?
What's up?
Most definitely. So without further ado, man, I'm going to share my screen. We're talking the top 5 sneakers of 2022. So I'm going to share my screen, and hopefully Dunks is looking at this real quick. He should have. Yeah, I'm going to put it on here. I'm about to share my screen. Boom. All right. So let me break this down real quick for the people who came in late and just if anybody's confused. So on the left side, I have the shoe where when we pull it up and put it on our list, we're going to use the left side to show StockX, like the shoe or what it looks like or whatever for the people who don't know. So this is a list of roughly 21 sneakers, give or take, that me and Dunks put together. We're going to pull from this list right here. It's just a little simple Word document. We're going to pull from this list. On the left, I'm going to give my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 sneakers. Dunks is going to give his 5, 4, 2, 3, 1 sneakers. Then we're going to give 2 honorable mentions underneath that right here, right? Okay. Dunks has got 2 honorable mentions. Don't matter what number, whatever. It's just an honorable mention, meaning it means basically an honorable mention means if XYZ shoe didn't exist, this would be one of the shoes that would be in my top 5. Y'all tracking so far?
Mm-hmm.
You tracking? You got me?
Gotcha.
All right. Cool. And at the very, very bottom where it just says top 5 2022, pretty much we're going to pull from our bulk list, our list that we got here and put it on here. So I'm very curious how this is going to go. And again, it'll be a debate on where it's going to go. And then we're going to get the chat active in this one. So if you think me and Dunks got it wrong or you feel like we should swap something out or do something, we're going to make this as seamless, as smoothly as possible, but I feel like this is going to be a little bit difficult, but this is how it's got to be at the round table. You guys are at the round table. We just got a new subscriber in the building. Rodro managed just subscribe. Appreciate that, homie. Thank you. Everybody.
Yo, what's going on?
Most definitely. Appreciate that. But yo, so yeah, that's how we're going to do it. Hopefully nobody's too confused about the situation. You know what I'm saying? You tracking where I'm coming from, Dunks?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Cool. So we're going to start it off with number 5, top 5, me and Dunks. So you know what, Dunks? Hopefully you can see the list, but you should have your list too. What do you have for your top 5 sneaker?
Coming in number 5 for me, I put the Fire Red 3.
Whoa! Okay. I'm gonna just copy and paste it over here. So Dunks Fire Red 3 is for his number 5, man. So I'm just gonna see a simple boom. It should be just a. Let me see if I can work my keyboard. Boom. Simple for that. This is Dunks right here. His top 5 is the Fire Red Jordan 3. So I'm very surprised at this one. I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm very surprised because Dunks is the same person that remember when I caught the fire red threes. Dunks was the person that was like, "Yo, what the hell? Why ain't nobody checking for this?"
Okay. Like I told you, hey, things change. I got a little more educated, so let's just say that.
Okay, so Dunks 5, top 5. He has number 5. He has the fire red.
So let me ask you: are you surprised of the placement? Or are you surprised that is on the list at all?
I'm surprised that is on the list. Period.
Oh,
I'm surprised
okay,
that it's on the list. Period.
Gotcha. Okay.
Surprised.
Well, yeah, hey, is there?
Most definitely. Kwame says, yo, to Derek Dynasty. Rachel says, Fire Reds didn't make my list, but I respect it. Okay. Valid. So, y'all see up here, y'all can hopefully everything is very visual for you. For my number 5, right? Okay. And I'm borderline doing this in action because I already know what mine is. But for my top 5, right? Okay, out of this whole list, and there's 2 of them that Dunks it even really like. It's 2 Dunks added that I didn't have, but out of this whole list, I gotta give it to the Off-White Air Force One Brooklyns, man. For me, number 5. Okay. Yes, that's my number 5. That's
the Sparks, right?
That's the Sparks, the green Spark joints.
Okay.
So Off-White Air Force One Brooklyn 5s. Y'all sound off in the chat. List what y'all number 5 is right now. Why? Because I don't want to get behind and then have to catch up. Reach what y'all number 5 is right now. We're gonna move on to number 4. What do y'all think about it? Okay, Jordan. Damn, I call you your son. Dunks thinks the fire red threes is number 5 for his list. Well, he knows that's his number 5. Mine is Off-White Air Force One Brooklyn. Let us know what you think about it. And Dunks, what do you have for number 4 on your list?
Number 4, I have the I'm on my year 4.
Wow. Shoes. These are shoes that I don't even think that you like. You didn't even act like you cared about them. Like I didn't think you cared.
Like I told you, man. Like I told you, I had to give it to sales and hype. You know, like I say, the shoes, you know, like them or not, the facts are there. You know, so I gotta respect, you know, what they did.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I'm surprised right now though.
Both of those, huh?
Yeah, like this is really like throwing me off because this is gonna be very interesting how we ended at the end. Because right now I'm like, I knew for a fact like we're gonna have some shoes on the list together, so it's gotta be like a winner easily. But for me, number 4, right? I have the Orange Lobster Dunks for me for number 4, man.
Ooh. Okay.
That's me. Okay. You know what I'm saying? This and one thing about my list, guys, even though I was forced to order them, easily this could be interchangeably for me because obviously
very true. Mine too. I feel like mine too.
Yeah, because my thing is if you're making a top 5, you're easily still it's arguably one of the greats for your list. Let me hit the chat real quick. Rachel says Fire Red Thieves, Red Down. Rachel says Kobe 5 months Mamacitas is her number 5. Okay, y'all sign up with y'all's is.
That was a nice shoe.
Yeah, most definitely. And it's crazy. Like I flipped those. I remember when those dropped. I hit for them and I ended up flipping them. So I respect that. I can respect that list all the way. Most definitely. Kwame says number 5 for him is the Concept Air Max Far Out. Okay, cool.
Ooh,
so we technically had that a part of our list. I just put the Concept Air Max Mellow, but I could have easily just listed the pack because I feel like that's fair to say. So Kwame's picking something that I figured we would be on the list. And then, of course, again, you can tell we're all similar because Rachel's also picking something out of this top 20-ish. I want to say it's like 21, 22 shoes on this list. Y'all guys are still pulling from the list. I ain't even got to do nothing extra on these joints. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so
valid point. Knows. Most definitely. So this is getting very interesting for me. Cool. We're at number 3 already. Moving kind of smooth. We good. We chilling. Yeah, because honestly, I felt like we only been on for 5 minutes, but neither here nor there. SISA says no list driving. Okay, I feel you. Karen K says her number 5 is the Jackie Dunks, which you can also notice Dunks on. That's made our list. That made the top 20-ish list for us. The overall list. That made the list. So, because my thing is the list that y'all see up here on the right side of the screen, that's the shoes that we figure like everybody's talked. We all had debates throughout the year. So even if it's not in the top 5, it's still all these are technically honorable mentions, but we're picking what we consider the best if we really think about it, right? All these are worth talking about. Let's see. Rachel says reverse for Mocha. That's so she had to reverse. Travis's for her number 4. Okay, cool. Got it. Okay. Got it. Kwame says I forgot the Kobe was 2022. I thought that was last year. The Jackie, those Jackie dunks are fire from Kwame. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Let's see. Manny says his number 5 is the Air Jordan 7 trophy rooms. Okay, cool. And if I'm not mistaken, I definitely have that on the list as well. So again, we ride along at this joint. Karen K says number 4 was the bubblegum. Okay, Phillies and Dodgers only. Okay, so basically the bubblegum pack, but you prefer the Phillies or the Dodgers. Yeah. Okay, which again, go ahead.
I'm sorry, but yeah, you know what? Just like you said with the concepts, I think that whole bubblegum pack, it can kind of like go like together, but you could have your personal choice on which you feel is better. But I don't, because easily if you wanted to just single them out, you could have 2 or 3 of them that would make your list. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
I couldn't.
Honestly, the same shoe.
Yeah, I couldn't single it out because I'm like, it's a part of the same pack. And at that point, if you're choosing out a pack, just pick one and it works for me. You know what I'm saying? I can work with that. So I respect that, Karen. Manny says number 4 was his is Off-White Air Force One Brooklyn. Okay. Yeah, cool.
Okay.
Respect that. He said number 4, Kwame says number 4 for me is the Canyon 4 purple, which I don't have on the list, Kwame, but I will say this. I looked at the shoe and I arguably debated on putting it on the list just because, but I was like, man, it was one of those, like, it got to the point where I literally could have built a longer list, but that's definitely still a dope shoe as well. So respect that. And Kwame, I knew that was coming from you. I almost put it on there just because of you. Kwame says the Off-White in my top 3, they a grail for sure. Okay, cool. Rachel says, Kwame says, really Canyon purples? I'm shocked. Nah, Kwame like the stuff that stands out the most. So I'm not surprised.
That's funny. I was looking at those the other day. I was like looking at those.
Most definitely. So you plan on adding it to the collection pretty soon?
Yeah. You know, I like them. Poor man's Travis, friends and family. So
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Fine. Everybody wants it to be that, but it ain't that.
Yeah, and especially like with the felt, it's just I don't know.
Most definitely. I respect that. Let me see. Kwame says, I was excited for them, and I guess everybody else was too, because sneakers crashed that day. I couldn't even purchase. I remember I couldn't even try to purchase. Karen says her number 3 is the Travis Scott Phantoms. Woo! Sheesh. Okay. Karen. Coming out the gate on them. What you got for your number 3, Dunks?
Number 3, I got the Off-White Sparks.
Okay, so I'll just go ahead and pull right here from my number 5. So Dunks has this. So this pretty much lets you know right here, since I already have the Sparks on here and Dunks has it as number 3, that means it's obviously automatically gonna make the top 5 overall. Just FYI, if you guys haven't caught on, you know what I'm saying? That's how we're gonna work it. You know what I'm saying? For me, right? Number 3 was definitely a tough one for me, man. But I had to do what I had to do on this one. I don't know. I'm still like, my list again is easily interchangeable. But for me personally, I gotta give it to the reverse mochas is number 3. The Travis Scott reverse mochas is my number 3. Most definitely, my number 3. Yeah, definitely my number 3.
Nice.
Most definitely. I'm surprised how you put it that, because I wanted to put it higher, but it's something else. I feel like to just top that. I have a feeling, Dunks. I have a feeling, low key. If I'm a betting man, I have a feeling our number 1s are going to be exactly the same. But that's your.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure at this point.
I'm pretty sure what it is. Let me test the chat real quick. Kwame says that's my number 3, Off-White Brooklyn. Okay, cool. A lot of people got that one. Manny says the LV Off-White Air Force Ones. That definitely should be on here. Yeah, I got the pack on here.
Could you honestly even put that in a category, because that shoe is just like such a grail. That's like boss status. Like honestly, if you got that shoe, it automatically,
it makes the list automatically. But my thing, the reason why I don't have it on here, did I look at it? Sure. Is it on my is it on the thumbnail? Yes. But the reason I didn't put it, because I'm like, honestly, this is something where, and I ain't count nobody's like bank account or piggy bank or whatever. That's even if you got the bread, that's still a shoe that's still very hard to obtain. But I respect it, Manny. I respect it. I respect it. Which one? Which one though? Because you know they did a whole different colorway. You got to pick. You can't just say the pack. You got to pick one. Pick one. The white and blue joints, the red and white joints, all white joints, the graffiti joints. You know what I'm talking about? Narrow it down for us for sure. Rachel says Air Karen Black Phantoms. I gave an honorable mention. Okay, cool. Expect that. Kwame says that's my number 3. Red Devil carrying that Rachel with the little emoji. Rachel says me too. Dunk Sparks 3. Karen says of course flashy with the of course flashy at Manny with the kicks. Manny with the kicks says chilling. Karen. Manny got the complex list. Let's see. Oh, I get it. Kwame says the shoe wild, but it's easily obtainable. I mean, true. It's the Ford of Canyon joints. Are you talking about the I know what Kwame's talking about. Yeah. Karen K says at Kwame, yep, not at all. Rachel says the brown pair is the best LV Force. That's Rachel's opinion. Yep.
The original, the
original joint. Yeah, the brown, you know, the original, like LV. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that most definitely. Yeah. Derek Dynasty says Red Thunder 4 is at number 3. Okay, respect it. It's a shoe I thought a lot of people slept on, in my opinion. But I mean, nothing wrong with your list, Derek. Because if you like them, I love it. But I'm just saying, like, it's one of those, like, it's kind of like one of those shoes I feel like that came and went. It's because, and let me clarify this: the silhouette itself, the 4 is always going to make a list no matter what. I just keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? That's just going to always be a thing. You know what I'm saying? Manny says black love, black LV off white joint. So you like the all black though? Oh, okay. Dunks would probably. I feel like that's something Dunks would go crazy for too.
Yeah.
He like the all black joints. As Scott said, it's hard to make a sneaker of the year list with backdooring and botters stopping people from getting paired. This is true. I mean, it really is, but I mean, you just got to work with the cards that you're dealt. But I respect that too, as Scott. All right, Dunks. Number 2. What we got for number 2?
The reverse mochas.
Reverse mochas. Okay, cool. So looks like we have 2 shoes that's automatically gonna advance to, like, I guess we can say the finals. You know what I'm saying? Like this is crazy because we're gonna have at the top 5. But so we got the reverse mochas. That's Dunks number 2. Yeah, I'm very honestly, Dunks. 2 of the shoes on your list is really killing me right now because I'm just like, I would, if I was a betting man, you would have just pretty much sent me up the creek, man.
No, like I said, like I told you, I gotta go off facts. And like I said, they're both nice shoes, in their own way. They both had the hype. They both had, excellent releases somewhat. And, can't really be mad at them, I gotta respect the shoes, but it's a 3 and it's a 4, both classics,
Yeah, true. For my number 2, man, I know this is gonna come as a shock to me, even though I kind of talk trash on the shoe a little bit. But just based off this year alone, I gotta give it to it. It's the I gotta give it to the Travis Scott Phantoms, man. I think that's number 2. Like, I mean, this is my thing. I know it didn't have a huge impact, but this is my thing. This shoe had everybody camping out for 3 days straight. They've had people there because we heard about it over the weekend, and Monday people was like going for these guys. And I know, you're gonna have to it's not the best Travis, right? It's not the best Travis. I get that. And maybe I could, and like I said, this list could easily be interchangeable. And to be honest, I probably should put that probably a little later on the list, but it's got to touch my list regardless because I'm like, the shoe is way hyped than what it is. Like I said, people camped out for 3 days online for this. We thought it was going to drop Monday, thought it was going to drop Tuesday, drop Wednesday. Actually 4, because then because we thought it was going to be later on, like next week when it's going to drop. Sneakers have changed the game and said next day on us. And that's how I ended up getting your pair. And remember, I went live Thursday. So 4 days. Impact-wise, you can't take it away from this shoe. Now, dripness, it's an all-black shoe. you really can't go wrong with it. It's kind of like if you look at the Black Cats whenever they drop. What was that? Like a few years ago, that shoe everybody kind of was like, but now like a lot of people wanted it out of nowhere. This gonna be a shoe I feel like that's gonna have that same effect. This is my thing. I'll give you my other reason, right? I feel like I gotta defend myself, probably not really, but it's my thing. Remember when the shoe before the release date they were averaging $600 across the board? Look them up now, they're averaging $1,000. This is a shoe that when it dropped, it went up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's just my theory behind the thing. You know what I'm saying? You get where I'm coming from?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely a big step up. Let me touch the chat real quick. Manny says number 2, Travis Scott low reverse mocha. Okay.
Yeah. See.
Rachel says her number 2 is Lost and Founds because of the iconic history. Okay. Or did I read that right? Yeah, most definitely. You got to give it to him. That's definitely a dope sneaker. I respect it. Karen K says number 2, same for me, reverse mochas. Rachel says Lost and Founds, in my opinion, are better than the reverse mochas. Yeah, I said it. And Rachel, I'm gonna double down on you. On with that one. I respect it. We can argue all day long. That's just part of the sneaker game. Kwame says, I think the two is Lost and Found. So I'm guessing he said his number 2 is going to be his Lost and Founds. All right. Okay. So before we drop off what our number 1s are, let's get some honorable mentions real quick. You know what I'm saying? Just build a little anticipation. You know what I'm saying? Y'all smash that like button. But your first honorable mention dunks.
This is going to surprise everybody, honestly.
Let me finish my drink. Let me swallow my drink. Pause. So I don't want to spit this shit out. Go ahead, because if you're saying it, I know it's about to be a problem.
My first honorable mention is the Travis Scott Phantom.
Whoa! What the? Why? Why? This is an honorable mention?
Yeah.
How? You gotta explain.
Okay, and like I say, so the reason it's my honorable mention is because, like I say, everybody didn't like it. It's got the respect and it had the hype behind it, but for the simple fact that the people who wanted it didn't get it, and for the simple fact that people are just treating it like it's just an all black shoe, and like you mentioned, is like the Black Cat 4 is gonna go up and is the last Travis Scott, so they say, but we still got the olive dropping. Yeah. But as I say, I just feel like it's my honorable mention because it just didn't really get the proper respect that it should have. Like, obviously there was more shoes that had a better impact on the culture, like that, people felt was a better shoe, like I said, this is the same shoe Travis keeps dropping. So, people like, we already got 3 of the 4. Why do I really need an all black one,
AKA me. Is Dunks just took a shot at me.
No. Like I say, I watched a couple YouTubers too that felt the same way,
Yeah, true. So that's Dunks.
That's why, like I say, me, I have my personal reasons for it. But like I said, just sticking to facts and how I saw the shoes in their releases,
Yeah, I respect it. Let me test your chat. Let's see. Derek Dine says playoff 12s honorable mention. That's actually, I should have had that on the list as well. I looked at that shoe as well. Derek Dine says, I was like, I should put it on this. I knew this is my thing. I knew I wasn't gonna put in the top 5, and it was so many other things that I had in place of the honorable mention. So I'm like, I can't really do it. That's all. I should have went on and just put it on the list just because. But I respect that honorable mention. That's a great honorable mention. That shoe don't get enough love. Classic, timeless sneaker of all time. Manny with the Kick says honorable mention: Air Jordan 1 Georgetown 85s and Air Jordan 1 Taxis. Okay, respect that. Ooh, I should have put the Taxis on the list. I forgot about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Taxis were here, but like I say, I thought about those hard too. But I was like, you know what?
They came and went though.
There were a lot of ones that came out that kind of washed those away.
Yeah, it's still a dope shoe though.
It is. Oh yeah,
it's still a dope shoe, and then especially Manny, if I'm not mistaken, he did the custom joint with his with the rope laces. So yeah, that's definitely a dope shoe. I respect that one. That's a dope one. Karen says honorable mentions: Lobsters, I'm on your 4s, Trophy Room 7s, Mamacitas, okay, that's the Kobe joints. Taxi ones, which is I'm assuming you're talking about the taxi joints, and the Fire Red threes and the Napoleon threes, which we do have that on the list as well. Respect that. Rachel says, I was debating about including Joe Freshgoods 90, 60s, and 550. He had the best collabs this year. Most definitely. I feel like those like best collabs, doing like a best collab video, that would have to be like its own separate video. I feel like we can't put it in like a top anything. I mean, you can. I just feel like just to make it easier on yourself, I feel like they deserve their own category because those are still dope sneakers within themselves.
Yeah.
Jay Brooks says, what up, sneaker fam? What up, Jay Brooks?
Yep.
Karen K says, no debate, they belong there. Rachel says, Jay, what up? Welcome. Jeremy Jones says, man, no love for the Cardinal Sevens. Look, I'm glad you mentioned that shoe. I messed around and said that the shoe wasn't an OG in my video yesterday, and people are still going ham. And the sad part is I'm responding like, my bad, I made a mistake. And they're like, I know, we just messing with you. I'm like, oh, so y'all, they doing it on purpose? I'm like, wow, because y'all knew I was gonna say something. It's all good though, man. I'm only human. Jay Brooks says the L and the F ones. Okay, so the lost and found. So the lost and found ones, taxis, and I'm on your fours are irresistible. Wore the taxi ones, a grip. Okay, taxi ones. Okay, I respect it. Trophy room sevens were solid too. They're not bad, but it's like, I guess because I know what those ones look like, it's a different ball game. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe because it's a 7-2. This is the thing. It's hard to get a 7 off. Like I'm thinking, like even wearing wise. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to drip a 7 off, man.
Yeah. Isn't Travis supposed to be working on a 7?
Rumor has it. Yes, he's supposed to be working on a 7. Rumor has it. Let's see. Manny with the Kick says, any other New Balance protection pack? Oh, any other one? New Balance protection pack. Okay, cool. I'm gonna probably have to look that one up because I don't know if I really remember that one all the way. Jay Brooks says, Jeremy John says definitely an easy cop. Jeremy John says I copped EM and Super Fire, in my opinion, my first 7. Yeah, I think I remember you had said that. You said that's your first 7. Jay Brooks says Unions had the worst collabs this year. That the dunk pack was not, it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, if I didn't research, it's one of those, it's not gonna be the passport pack was not great.
I mean, they're all sitting at about at most 450. So it's not really.
But
nothing,
this is the thing.
You know?
I will say this, and no shots at you, Kwame, because I know you like them.
I like them too. Yeah.
Wait. No, let me finish. You talking about the dunks, but Kwame also, they did another collection collab pack or the Cortezes. You know what I'm saying? Kwame liked the Cortezes. Those Cortezes low key hit outlets. Keep in mind they also did the Jordan 2, which is not on this list, but they did the Jordan 2 pack. You know what they did? There was the Gray Fog joint, and then there was the Rattan joints. We were hyped and broad about it, but I think as far as like anybody ever looking for that shoe again, they're not gonna really think about it. It's kind of one of those. It's gonna go up because of nostalgia purposes, but it's not gonna like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna. It's gonna be a shoe that's hard to move. I'll just leave it like that.
Yeah, honestly, they just should have stopped at the 1. You know, when they did the ones, that's like Duncan's gonna top those.
Well, I think their 4s were nice. They should have just left it at the 1s and 4s.
I'm sorry, yeah, the 4s are very good.
They should have started. They started with the 4. No, they started with the 1s. You're right. They should have just hit the 1s, the 4s, and got out of Dodge, bro.
Yeah, wait, no, the 4s are the ones with the tongue, right? That you cut up, cut to reveal.
Yes,
yeah, okay.
Sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Dope shoe. Very dope shoe. Very dope shoe. Let me touch the chat real quick. Rachel says, I was disappointed by the I'm on your 4s. I wanted so much more. Exactly. And that's why low key, I mean, I respect Dunk's number 4, but that's the reason why it's not on my list. And that's not my number 1. I'll keep it 100. But let me go ahead and do my honorable mention real quick before I get too deep into it, because I see we already got yours on there. So me, and again, This is no real wrong like answers or anything like that at all. But personally, for me, I will say this: the Fire Red 3, I gotta give an honorable mention, man.
Okay.
It's a dope shoe. Obviously, remember Dunks. I ain't gonna say I put you on, but I see that it made your number 5 somehow after I broke it down how deep after I got a little emotional and sentimental with the shoe,
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if I changed your mind or what, but
No, that's part of it, Like I say, I got educated,
Yeah, Dunks didn't know. Dunks was surprised. I'll say that because like I knew you knew, but you was surprised. And I'm like, yeah, man.
Yeah, like I say, it's just that threes have never been something that's been on my radar. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I've always chosen, I've always put 4s before 3s. But the more that I've, seen and read upon, 3s grew on me. Certain 3s, let's just say that,
And that's my thing that I was trying to get you. Like, not all 3s are dope. But the ones I'm telling you, I know, and I'm not saying I'm the best or like the drip queen, but I'm like a drip king, I should say. But I feel like ones I'm mentioning, you should at least give it a double take. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
That's my thing with it. Let me touch the chat. Let's see. Jay Brooks says, especially them Union Cortez joints, boo boo.
Hey, to each his own.
I know, right? I think he's talking about he's talking about the Cortez, but yeah, to each his own.
Which ones did they just drop the other day? They just dropped some Cortez collab on sneakers.
Oh, that was a Sakai joint. They did the Sakai,
Sakai
joint. Yep. Okay, sneaker, but I don't it's I don't even think I could put it on the top 10 to be honest. Dope shoe, but I don't think top 10, no.
I mean, Sakai is almost they're almost on the verge of mischief with me, like they're just like they're like just ruining the shoes that they do. What's with all the excess like heel and stuff that you guys put on the shoe?
Yeah, I can give you that.
I don't know.
Very weird. I mean, I don't say weird. Just I don't want to use weird. I want to use different. Different.
Yeah.
And then this is the thing too, not only different, but if you go down the rabbit hole and look at the conversation on my the comments on my video about them, people who have the shoe said, hey, biggest issue, forget whether if it's a drip sneaker or a dope sneaker or not, they saying it's not comfortable and it's very narrow and it's very tight, and most people are not liking that either. So that's what's killing it as well.
Yeah, sounds like I can imagine.
Yeah, so not even really wearable.
They don't look comfortable at all.
Yeah, and that's what people are confirming. They're not comfortable.
Yeah, so I don't know. Most
definitely. Let me touch your chat. Karen K says he drips everything out. Jeremy Johnson. Karen K says that. Man with the Kick says facts. Rachel. Jeremy Johnson says Lace Swap does a world of difference on the 7s. That's maybe what I need to do. And y'all know me. My 7s, I have 7s. They're just very limited. Kwame says the Cortez definitely not for everybody with those bright colors. Jeremy Johnson says, yeah, he does and shows, and not the shoe. It's how people wear them. I can drip them and get to spring. Yeah, like I said, some people. I say this in my video every so often. There's just some people that's got a certain flair, a certain drip, a certain swag about them where they low key can pull off any interchangeable sneaker in or fit. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying you may not be that person, I may not be that person, but you know somebody that do that. And if you don't know somebody that do that, it's most likely you just don't realize it, in my opinion.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
Most definitely. Jeremy Dunn says, I still don't own a pair of 4s. Oh, you gotta get on the I ain't telling nobody what to collect, but you're missing out, homie. You gotta definitely get the 4 game on there, man. 4s are fire, but I know they're also hard to cop as well, because it's just that shoe that people just go crazy for. Kwame says 4s are so fire. I only copped the Zen Master 4s this year. That's what I thought would have been on your list, Kwame. Those Zen Masters, because you had been talking about those the previous year, like back in 2021. So you were talking about those, you know what I'm saying, before then. Karen says, Kwame got your own style. I love it. Kwame says, thanks, Karen. Salutes from Karen. Cool. So let's go ahead and do your second honorable mention dunks. Let's go ahead.
The orange lobster.
Okay, I can respect that. I can respect that. I'm not even mad at that. I'm not even mad at that at all. I'm not even mad at that at all. Cool. So I'm gonna put it in real quick. Y'all bear with the kid. Orange lobster dunks. Wow, that's orange lobster ducks for dunks. Wow, that's a tongue twister. But anyway, for me, honorable mention, man. I feel like I gotta give it to the Jordan 1 Georgetowns.
Okay. Okay.
Mainly because this is a shoe I really wanted to make sure I add to the collection. I feel like, and let me put it like this. This is also, if y'all remember at the beginning of the year, and I want to explain just a little bit, y'all bear with the kid. The main reason I had to put this shoe on the list somewhere, because if y'all remember of what the top of 2021, top of 2022, which is this year, if y'all remember, it was a dry, boring beginning top of the year. Like, YouTubers may not admit it, but I'm gonna be the first sneaker YouTuber admit it. Those first couple of months of January and February, I was struggling to get a consistent content schedule out because I didn't know, Nike was loading stuff slow, stuff was being pushed back. I didn't know what was coming out. Like, I didn't have a hands on. I literally just had some videos didn't get shot until y'all seen them uploaded. So I feel like these dropped in, I want to say April-ish, or if they didn't drop in April, they dropped in May, but don't quote me on that. But I will say this. I feel like this is the first shoe that brought the hype, because as things died down, remember everybody's like, the sneaker market's down, buy sneakers now, the sneaker market's down. Like, everybody was doing that. That was pretty much, they were saying it from, and my thing is, that was kind of, and I'm not saying it wasn't true, but what I'm saying was that was kind of weird, because where I'm from and the time I grew up in, from pretty much October to like March, the sneaker market is usually at its peak and climbing, because, and I'll tell you why. Holiday season. Then right after holiday season, we may take a slight dip, but we also have people who is pretty much about to get their taxes back. So things will spike back up from February, March, and then die down back in April. That's how it's been for years. And I'm not taking shots at anybody or anything like that. That's just how the market goes. Like, as the way where people get a little bit more get a bigger bag in their hand, we about to go get some sneakers, so it's just as hard to cop. Plus, now we got but see, this year it didn't do that. Because we had a whole bunch of, this is my thing. And I think with all the resellers and stuff in the game, new resellers that came out the woodwork from 2020 to now, you got the people that probably would normally go buy some J's, as now they don't probably missed out on a lot of drops. They thinking they still could just go to the store, and that's not how the game goes anymore. And yeah, it's just a big confusing thing. So I say, like, yeah, to be honest, I feel like for the first 2.5, 3 months, sneaker game was content wasn't there, and just release. If y'all are bored, just go back and look down that joint. Y'all know what I'm talking about. This is all I gotta say. Let me hit the chat real quick. Kwame says the Zen Masters was a must cop for me, but not in my top 5. Okay, respect it. Rachel said, same, Jeremy. Them Georgetowns definitely are fire. Most definitely. Rachel, fun fact, when I was making this list and putting it together, I thought about you, because I remember whenever you hit to go pick up your pair, but I think you had something about the sizing where you said if they didn't fit right, then you would sell them to me or whatever at retail. But I know, see how long I still remember this, but the thing is, you didn't, because they fit right, and obviously you liking them joints. I think you said they were a little bit tight, but you just gonna break them in or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I love these. The Georgetowns are definitely something, and I don't want to say too much, but that should be a hint for y'all. Let's see. Kwame says, I was tempted to number one. The Turtle Doves, but it's gotta be the reverse mochas. Okay, so your reverse mochas is your number one, but the Turtle Doves, because it easily took that slot. I respect the Turtle Doves. In fact, the Turtle Dove wasn't gonna make my list, but they could have easily went in an honorable mention. In fact, any one of these shoes that we have on the list right now, for me, I could easily interchange these somewhat into an honorable mention. You know what I mean? True. And that's my thing with that. Let's see. Rachel says, at Kwame, no Yeezy made my list. Karen says, number one, lost and found. Okay, cool. All right, so I feel like we've got our honorable mentions. We got our top 4. So what you got for your number 1, Dunks?
The Lost and Found.
Of course, man. You know what? Just I'm gonna go ahead. I ain't even gonna build anticipation because mine is the exact same thing, and I feel like that was no surprise. So Dunks has the Lost and Founds for his number 1, and so do I, man. I mean, I'm sorry, like you just got to give it what it is. Like you can't take away from this. Like
exactly.
The shoe is amazing. I'm gonna just keep it 100. The shoe is freaking amazing, man. Like it's perfect. It's a Chicago themed sneaker. You know, basically the closest thing you get to like the Chicago ones, which haven't been out in a while. You know what I'm saying? And now we got, something that's close to it, but then they took it to the 85 version. No matter how you slice it and dice it, I'm not saying it should be everybody's number 1, but I feel like at some point on your list of Lost and Founds, if it ain't on your top 5, it's definitely got to be an honorable mention, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's just me. You know what I'm saying? Karen says her number 1 is Lost and Founds. We got RW7 in the building. Says, "Yo, what up, RW7?
Yo,
what up?" Kwame says, "I respect number 1, Lost and Found. I figured that is most people's choice. Most definitely. Kwame says, "What's good to R7?" I mean, this is my thing, man. It's an amazing shoe, man. I love it. I had to pay resale.
Yeah. All the stuff's there for it,
Most definitely. And fun facts, Dunks. I had got like exclusive access on eBay for some Lost and Founds. Like they did like another little drop. I was gonna surprise you with that joint, but your size sold out on those. So I was like, when I got the notification, I was like, damn it,
Man, that would have been crazy.
And the thing is, this is my thing. It was gonna be at retail price. It wasn't gonna like when I say like I get like the because I'm an eBay top buyer type thing. So like I get the little exclusive things where they certain shoes that are authentic through sellers who they got a little deal or whatever. It was that shoe was on there, but the size wasn't on there. So
it's all good. Hey, they'll come home. Don't worry about that.
Most definitely. Let's see. Who That for Life says, I need those F&L. So yeah, I'm assuming he mean the Lost and Founds, most definitely.
Found and lost.
Yeah. Rachel said 1 LV Air Force One, but if we look at the facts, that shoe is pretty much not obtainable. Lost and Founds is number 1 for GR. Most definitely. That's my thing. The LVs should be easily on the list, but it's truly a shoe that's like, dude, you're not.
That's like when the Dior ones dropped. You can't really put those in a category because it's just like that certain shoe that you just gotta be. You just gotta be a certain type of way or have a certain type of money to be able to obtain without it really hurting you.
Most definitely. So let me hit the chat real quick. Says RW7 says, love the community. Appreciate that. Who That for Life says, you pay resale, bro. For the Lost and Founds, yes, I did pay resale. I definitely did. And what's sad is like when I saw that, I'm like, dang, if I would have just waited like I got these 2 weeks ago. If I only would have I got these actually 3 weeks ago back on Thanksgiving. So is when I ordered them, right? If I would have just waited 3 weeks, I could have got them for retail. But I'm like, man, how was I supposed to know they were going to do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just one of those, like, it's the gift and the curse where, because the thing is, I know the shoe's not going to do anything but go up. So, yeah, I pay, and I told y'all in my video, I said, yo, if you want these joints, go ahead and buy them now at this price while they're in that price range because it's a Chicago. I don't see these doing nothing but going up. That's all I got to say. Who That for Life says, how you became a top star, bro? I think because I've been an eBayer since I've been copping sneakers off there since 2012. Not all, because obviously back then I could get a lot of stuff for retail, but if I took an L where it was just truly that bad, I've been an eBayer just for that long. So I don't know exactly what the qualifications are because they didn't tell me, but I'm assuming, obviously the amount of time you put in there and probably the amount of money you spent there. I know for a fact I've dropped a lot of money on eBay, so I get it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those. It's just luck. It's a mixture of luck, time, and yeah, luck, time, and and using their service actively. I feel like, but I don't quote. That's not the official, but that's just what I think. Um, let's see. Rachel says the Lost and Founds was the most confusing drop of the year. 100K stock went ghost, most definitely. RW7 says Lost and Founds top 5, but not like high at all, not highs at all. Okay. Karen K says, did you have access to the SB Dunks the other day on eBay, Jay Jones? I didn't even look. I saw that they were doing all I saw was when I looked on eBay, they had the little, I guess it was going to charity. They were auctioning off certain pairs that were going for a crazy amount of money, but I didn't get like any notification that I had access to it or anything. So I'm assuming no. Especially where it's that joint where you're talking about where they were going for like $60 and you had to go pick up. And I think where it was like in what, Cali or something? Oregon. I wasn't about to do all that.
You had to skate them out, right, or something like that.
Yeah, you had to. That was one of the requirements. You had to skate them out the store or wherever you picked them up at. You had to skate them out. And I know I wasn't gonna do all. It's an okay shoe, but I knew I wasn't gonna do all that. Whoever Life says I pay resale for the Travis. Welcome to the club because a lot of people have. You ain't even gotta hit your face on that one, man. Jeremy Johnson says I'm at work, so just ghost watching, but I'm here. Appreciate that, Jeremy Johnson. Most definitely.
Oh yeah,
definitely. So let's go ahead and narrow down this top 5. We've been on this joint for over an hour, man. Smash that like button, sub up to the channel if you haven't done so already, man. So 2 shoes that we know that's gonna make the list regardless. Gonna be the Lost and Founds. We already know where that number goes for sure. We also have the same shoe. What? The reverse mochas is on here. So those 2 shoes will make the list, right? But out of the list that we have, what do you think overall, number 5? And I'm assuming you're going to be picking from your list and we're going to be picking from my list. What do you think the number 5 is? And I'll say this. If you feel the need, you're welcome to pull from your honorable mentions as well. But I think safe to say we're obviously just going to be pulling from your top 5, the honorable mentions, my top 5, and the honorable mentions. What do you think a number 4 is worthy of for 2022?
From your list to my list, let's go with the hold on, your list is small. Let's go with the lobsters.
Lobsters? Okay, cool. So you got it as an honorable mentions. I have the lobsters at number 4. So we're saying that should be top 5. You know what? I respect that. And I think that is top. Yeah, that'll be our top 5 for number 5. Orange lobsters for that. Definitely a dope shoe. Definitely had an impact as well. Whether you like it or not, it's had an impact. You know what I'm saying? Lobster pack. A lot of people went crazy for this. I'm gonna put the shoe up on the screen. I've been handing this up here for over an hour and I ain't even used it. Join my bad, y'all. But yeah, and I didn't know there was a special box one. But yeah, pretty much orange lobsters. And this is a shoe on the left side of the screen here. Dope shoe. This is number 5. This is me and Dunks. What we think number 5 is. How do you guys feel about it? As an overall top 5. Kwame says I pay resale on my Travis 6s, but luckily it's not crazy tax. Okay, respect that. So, let's see. RW7 says fire shoe. So okay, cool. I feel like people rocking with us on that. That's a we're talking, and keep in mind, I will say, I'm gonna say this: 2022 was not the best year for sneakers, in my opinion. We had some dope stuff, but I mean, like, I know there's been some years where it just went crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So okay, cool. So coming up off your list again, number 4. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Rachel says, "Meh," on the lobsters. So Rachel, you know what killed me? You was in the Discord actively looking for these joints.
Yeah. So hey.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not mad. I'm just saying
she was up at 7 a.m. just with the rest of us.
Yeah, exactly. RW7 says purple way better. Yeah, but that's a different year though. Different year. But I'll say the purples probably are the quote unquote out of the pack. The purples arguably could be the quote unquote best out of the lobster pack. We'll say that. Kwame says lobsters in my honorable mentions with the Cali Fives. Okay, cool. Something I feel like I was gonna put on the list, but I just feel like the impact and the hype that they tried, the impact that when they dropped versus the hype he tried to put behind them, it did not. It was two different worlds.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Number 4, man. What we gonna do for number 4?
Oh man, I hate to do it, but man, let's go ahead and put that Phantom. Let's go ahead and put that Phantom. Could we have two? Could we have two of the same shoe on the list?
Yeah, because you got the Phantoms as an honorable mention.
I mean, but we already automatically have the reverse mochas on the list. So can
yeah.
So can we have two Travises on the list, or you want to do another one?
Nah, I respect that. I think the Travis is fine.
Okay, so let's do the Phantoms number 4.
Number 4, Phantoms. I'm trying to look before I see if I have anything to argue against it, and I really don't. I really don't got nothing to argue against it. So that means pretty much we already run number 2 and number 1 is going to be the most interesting part. But I'm very curious what number 3 is going to be hard. You know what I'm saying? Think about it.
I already got a number 3 in mind.
Oh wow. I honestly don't have a number 3 in mind. I do, but I don't. Let's see. Rachel says I would have copped them for retail, but not top 5 of the year. Come on, man. I mean, what would you say top 5 of the year is then, Rachel? Like if that Orange Lobster ain't top 5, tell us what she'd be. Because the thing is, it's at the bottom of the list already. So interchange it with something that's arguably better that we're not going to. Obviously, between 1 and 2, we're going to put Lost and Founds and reverse mochas. That's going to be number 2 and number 1. We don't know yet. That's going to be a tough one too. But that's my thing. Interchange it with something better. And I'm not upset. I'm just saying, like, in general, just, hey, this is what we built this for. Number 3, Dunks, you said you already had something in mind. What you got?
The Sparks.
The green Sparks? Wow. A shoe that you didn't even have on your list.
Yeah, I did. I had his number 3.
You got his number 3. True. You know what? That's arguably easily because, yeah, you got it. I got it my number 5. You got it at your number 3. I see that. Cool. Val, I didn't even see that. So, I you know what? I rock with that one. Most definitely. This is very interesting. I know we got probably arguably the most unique like top 5 list. So now we're in a rock and a hard place now. It's between the Lost and Founds and pretty much the reverse mochas. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. Rachel says, to me, 5 should have been the Kobe Mamacitas. Respect. I respect it. Definitely had an impact, but it was a draw. Yeah. I mean, I can see that. That's not like a bad, like I don't got nothing against that. It's just me. I know that's a shoe. The reason I flipped that shoe I knew I was gonna wear that shoe. And as much as I am a Kobe, like I don't got no Kobe's in my collection. I wasn't gonna be that guy to just hold that from something from like a true fan possibly getting it.
Yeah.
That's how I looked at it, man.
Yeah, that's
I know what you're saying. Well, Jeremy, why'd you go for it in the first place? I got caught up in the hype too, man. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I was just excited just to see. Honestly, I didn't think I was gonna even hit. You know what I mean? Let's see. Rachel says, if I had a choice of the Lobsters and the Kobe, I'd go in Kobe all day long. See, for me, I would go to Lobsters all day long. So
yeah, Lobster.
Yeah, I respect that. Number 2, should it be Lost and Founds or should it be reverse mochas? So what you got for number 2 and why?
Number 2, I got the reverse mochas.
Okay. Why not the Lost and Founds?
Because for obvious reasons, the Lost and Found it's a classic shoe. It's a classic silhouette. It has a classic story behind it. It's perfect. It's a perfect shoe. That's what everybody wants. Colors there. Like I say, they did it just right. Besides the mold issue, nothing's wrong with the shoe physically. No color issues, no glue issues, no quality control issues. From what I've heard, the fittings there, nothing looks odd. So yeah, I mean, number 2, I'm gonna give it to the reverse mochas. Number 1, the lost and founds.
Okay. I respect it. I respect it. My number 2, um, you know what? I gotta agree with Dunks on this one. Is the reverse mochas. They're dope. They're a fire shoe. Definitely, I arguably said this could easily be a number 1 shoe. It's one of the best shoes. Like we just you know what I'm saying? You can't take away from this. So yeah, I agree. The reverse mochas, dope shoe. Um, I just I don't know, man. This year in general, I will say this. I did a lot of copping on the back end, pause, like for like resale and stuff like that. But this is obviously these are shoes that I didn't want to leave off the list. Now, those Brooklyns that are at number 3 really shocked me because they were impactful, but honestly, I'm not gonna pay resale on them. Granted, I got the all yellow joints. In my head, I'm like, man, I probably should have the green too, but I just don't. You know what I'm saying? But I know Manny he said he sold his for a bag, and I know he had hit for his. I think he got his from Flight Club, if I remember correctly. So, number 1, I'm going to go ahead and put it at the lost and founds, man. So, you kind of already broke down why you feel like it's number 1, and I agree with everything you said. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't really go wrong with it. It's a timeless classic sneaker. Let me see what it's going for now, man. And again, for the people who haven't hit, man, I don't know. We've been hearing rumors that they're going to do it's going to be on a reserve, but they're reserving. I'm not saying it's not happening, but it's been very quiet, and market is right still where it is. And I'm going to say this is a shoe I feel like it's only going to go up. Market right now is $400 across the board. Give or take on the size. You know what I'm saying? So honestly, I know as much as we hate paying resale, but I mean, if you really want these joints and you ain't got them, go ahead and get them out the way because I don't see these dropping any less. What you think?
I agree. I don't see them dropping any less unless you find a good deal local. You know what I'm saying? And even then, you want to kind of be careful.
Most definitely. I'm gonna take us back to the main screen. Well, I'll read that over real quick. I'll let us chill real quick right here. Rachel says, good choice, Dunks. Lost and founds are better than mochas because of the colorway, but the mocha does have great quality. Yes, it does. It does. Well said, Rachel. Kwame says, I never had a Kobe shoe before, but I love an SB Dunk. Rachel says, at Kwame, SB Dunks are super comfy. Who That for Life says, reverse mocha is fire, but can't pay $1,000 for a shoe. I got the Black Travises though. Okay, true.
Nice.
And we got those. Those are technically both on the list because it's what that's my number 2, but you got it as your honorable mention. So pretty much, I say this, we chose out of the 5 men Dunks we agree on 3 off rip. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like our last 3 we already agreed on. You know what I mean? That's easily that. So our 3-2-1 is pretty obvious. That's why I said this year, to be honest, that's why my argument on this year really hasn't been too we've like I said, we've had some heat, but we ain't had nothing that really, just took it to the next level. You know what I'm saying?
Like I say, another reason I want to say about the Sparks, like you said with the Travises, they have people camping out. And I think these Sparks had us waiting. We were waiting 3 hours?
Yep.
We were waiting 3 hours for almost 4 hours for that shit.
Yeah.
And then the Lost and Founds had us waiting almost 3 hours also for the Justice. We didn't have them. So, exactly. You could look at the impact behind both of these shoes. It was tremendous,
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I'm just like, man, both of these shoes, to be honest, if you want either one, if you really want them, like I'll say specifically, I'll say this. On the Lost and Founds, if you want those joints, you're going to go and do what you got to do.
Yeah, but honestly, both of those. Speaking on the Sparks and the Lost and Founds, both of those are also shoes that if you want them, get them now because they're only going to go up over time.
Exactly, that's what I basically just said. Like whatever, if you want them joints now, get them now because it's not a shoe that's like, oh, nobody cares anymore. It's going to drop over time. That person know what they got and they're going to hold it until whatever. Especially if they paid retail. Just my 2 cents. Rachel says, Who That for Life said, at Who That for Life says, congratulations on the Phantom Cop. Okay, cool. That's what's up. Yeah, most definitely, man. RW7 says, has to be the lowest now. Exactly. Kwame says, I can't pay 1K for a shoe either. Either it's all good. I mean, yeah, I understand that. I'm not knocking it. Says, yeah. And Kwame says, I don't see them dropping below 400. I respect that. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't recommend it at all. In fact, half the time when people ask me about, I was like, man, you don't want to get into the sneaker game. It's it's addicting. I don't even recommend it. You know what I'm saying? But it also is, a gift and a curse. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things I love about it. So this is me and Dunks' top 5. What do y'all think, man? Did we get it right or wrong? You know what I'm saying? Orange Lobster,
pretty good.
Yeah, Orange Lobsters, Dunks at number 5. Travis Phantoms at number 4. Honestly, I don't think we could have did any better. Off-White Air Force One, Brooklyn at number 3. And number 2, Travis Scott Reverse Mochas. And then at number 1, Old Faithful, man. Just the lost and found joints. I mean, honestly, like I said, there's no real right or wrong order here. But I just feel like these joints, I feel like me and Dunks, like I said, I don't feel like we could have did them any better, man.
Yeah, agreed.
Any shoe that you feel like, do y'all think it's any shoe that we left off that should be an honorable mention or worth talking about, that like you guys completely forgot this and you dropped the ball on this? But for 2022, I think we covered it all, we had, I mentioned the Turtle Dubs, and Ye has just kind of been super, I don't know what he's doing right now. Let's see. Rachel says the reverse Mochas is at 1,500 in my size. Shaking my head. Yeah. Rachel, yeah, I'm not surprised. Jay Brooks says, but by the way, salute to Jeremy Jones for hitting 17K. Most definitely, man. Appreciate that, man. Y'all sub up.
Congrats, man.
Sub up, man. Grinding don't stop, man. 17K, man. I try not to. I look at the sub count just like any other human being, but honestly, I'm gonna just keep grinding, man. And eventually, like I said, I want to take y'all know our plans most definitely, but I know we're gonna get there together slowly but surely. People that slowly, the Discord, I want to shout out the Discord if we're gonna talk numbers. I'm glad we're at over 100 members in the Discord. I know.
Oh yeah, it's getting there.
Most definitely. I was surprised, something new. Definitely room for growth in the Discord is gonna definitely improve from there. Manny spoke a lot of things in existence. He said, he want to see us grow and go up as well, over time. And we're going to do that. I think he said he want to see me hit 50K. That's a big grind, but I don't plan on stopping. I love shoes to the death of me. I've been in this game for the double-digit numbers now, and I don't plan on slowing down anytime soon. But I want to thank you guys each and every day because y'all motivate me to keep trying and keep going. And the Discord was something that I was thinking that honestly, low key, when I built it, I'm like, man, I don't even know if I really want to add this on, but I'm very glad I did because now we're the days, the times, because I also work another job. So, well, obviously, YouTube ain't my job. My main job, I have to cater to that first. But I love to see where I'm getting notifications about the Zeta Kick situation, selling this stuff on eBay, or certain shock drops where we can all work together. And, because I ain't going to be able to cut the what I'm trying to say, like, I'm going to always be able to, as much as I want to cut the camera on 24/7, sometimes it's just not possible for me. So I love that. Jeremy Johnson says the Voodoo Zions, those did okay. Those was nice too, and they had a big impact as well. Those Jordan 1 low Zions, they were nice.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like they were good, but I don't know. I feel like the people who got them who truly really wanted them is what I feel like. But I know they were a hot cop, but if you try to flip, I don't see these being flipped that fast. And I could be wrong because I haven't did no research, but it's just like I don't feel like it's that type of shoe. Rachel says, hit that like button. Most definitely appreciate it, Rachel. Jay Brooks says, is the Lost and Found ones a double up or triple up shoe? I try not to do that, but this one is tempting. Yes, it's a double up in my opinion. Am I gonna double up? No, but I can see why people are saying double up because it's a shoe. I feel like you want it makes you feel because all of you what had you had to do to go through to get that shoe, and even the people who hit for retail and even said it was easy, they was sweating too. Um, it's a shoe where it's super dope where you want a pair to rock to like mess up, and then you want a pair to stock, rock and stock. That's what we used to do back in the day. But now at the reason I'm not gonna double up is because it's just like I know I'm gonna keep adding to the list. Like it gets to a point like I'm not even my shoe, even my most beat shoe is not even that messed up. So I realized like I don't need to double up anymore. But for the people who do it, I see why. So yeah, I would say it's a double up. Um, Jay Brooks, I think it's a double up. Rachel says add Jeremy Jones. Those the patchwork ones, those were cool, but not my style. Okay, yeah, they were pretty nice. Yeah, I remember those. Yeah, I feel you. They wasn't my drip either. Jeremy Jones says 325 for a 10.5 on the Zions. Okay, cool. So it's definitely holding value. It's definitely, not I think that's an obtainable shoe. Before the fees. Okay, so when you tack on the fees, you're gonna be walking away with 400 something. Um, Rachel says I found that out today. Well, it wasn't no fees on me on eBay, but the tax really didn't feel good. That's what put me over the next level. But anyway, Rachel says Jay Brooks, a double up if you can do it for show, but I'm not doubling up because I can't take the stress. valid, Rachel. Jeremy Johnson says, but yeah, not for everyone. True. Yeah, I can respect that. Yeah, we're gonna close it out right at the 30-minute mark. We've been on this joint for an hour and 21 minutes. We're gonna close it out at the hour mark, man. So top 10. I mean, that was a top 5 with 2 honorable mentions. Not too hard to build when we sat down and talked it out. So appreciate everybody being interactive on that for sure. Definitely means a lot for the kid. I hope also y'all seeing how we starting to. Y'all know if y'all see how the music section is going in the Discord right now, just imagine what Music Monday is about to be like when we bring it.
It's rolling smoke at this point.
Yeah, I mean that one's gonna be probably more like super serious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Definitely looking forward to it. Definitely with music, there's always something going on. So I feel like honestly, I used to think like, man, I shouldn't do the music thing because it's gonna throw my YouTube channel off. But I'm like, really, it's most likely not going to because it's only going to add to it because hip hop and sneakers, I consider that's a part of the culture. Like like the fashion side of hip hop is the Jordan sneakers and the Yeezy sneakers and the sneakers and Adidas. Yeah, Adidas. That's part of hip hop. And I'm like, what we're gonna focus on. We're gonna touch other things too, and like we're not just singling out to hip hop, but hip hop has come on another level. Hip hop is the style of the rap music. So hip hop
style of the world, honestly,
You're right. So we touch on other music. It ain't nothing about that, but it's just like, yeah, I feel like it's only right to bring that in there. So I'm looking forward to definitely doing that. Kwame says those reverse mochas 1100 my size. Yeah, that's why I went on and got my. Honestly, I ain't even gonna hold y'all. That's why I went on and got my joints right on up out the way because I'm like, I already know where this is going. I've been down this road with the Travises. The Travis, like the cheapest Travis I bought, other than the retail joints I got for Dunks, the cheapest ones I bought was the fours. Those fours. That's I think, and if I'm not mistaken, the fours is the first Travis Scott. The that blue colorway. What's those joints called? I can't think of the name of them, but yeah. Even though I had them on, what's weird, I had them on today. But yeah, the Travis Scott fours, I feel like those have went up over time, by the way. Those have went up over time, but those, when he first dropped, those shoes set at the 300 mark. So I feel like that's those with Travis sneakers, those joints are over for that. But yeah, the Travis Scott fours is what I had. What I'll say is like that. One that was super obtainable if you did it. I just got to look it up real quick just to confirm, but I know they went up to $1,000 last time I looked at them. So let me see just where they're at now. These are Cactus Jack 4 joints, which I will say this about them. Like, yeah, they're right at that still. $900 is what they're averaging. But the material on them it's a shoe you can't wear every day. That's the sad part. That's what I hate about them. You can't wear them every day.
It's got like that soft suede, huh?
it's so soft. One wear it looks like I ran a mile in them.
Oh,
And I know they're not bad. You probably look at them like, okay, dude, you warm, but it ain't that deep. But it's like, dude, you almost don't want to put them on because they crease and tinge up so easily,
Yeah.
Yeah. Rachel says, what happened to Adidas this year? Shaking my head like, can they recover in 2023? They need a big artist over there. But see, the thing is, that artist, you can get the biggest art. We can put, say, Lil Baby went over there, right? You still got to come with your own uniqueness and style and get a true design, and that's where Adidas is lacking. What Ye brought to the table, he brought unique design over there, and he's a top artist. And I'm not trying to.
And you gotta think, if any other artists go over there, they're gonna treat them just like what they are, an artist. Like you're here, like you work for us,
right?
Like, you need us, like that type of deal. So we're gonna make the shoe and just put your name on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Unlike with Ye, where he went over there as an artist and a fashion, a fashion god in his opinion,
Yeah, like the top dog, he went over there on that level. So yeah, I get it. So it is what it is. So that's what they're gonna need. And that Ye, I'll just put it this way. What we just basically said is Ye's left some big shoes to fill.
Yeah, because you guys think at these other, even though you don't want to admit it, at these other ones, you like I said with Travis, he's one. Drake, he's one. J Balvin, he's one. All these people they have, they're just artists where clearly Nike is coming up with the shoe. They just slapping their name on it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But you could tell Jay was the only one who really had that. Hey, this is my style, and is my say what I'm gonna put on it.
Other than I'll say Travis, his is kind of. I feel like his cheated a little bit. Like it's silhouettes we already had loved, and he put his own little flair to it.
Yeah.
Like specifically the reversing the check mark or the little stash pocket on the sixes. Stuff like that.
Yeah, but we've already seen that from shoes, so it's nothing new.
I just think he is a little bit more standout.
Oh, yeah, of course, but we've seen, you seen that back in the day in skateboarding shoes, they were putting this stash pocket on the tongue.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, Chad Muska did it first, technically.
Yeah.
He did it because that's how his lifestyle was. He put the stash pocket on there, and honestly, his shoe kind of inspired the Yeezy too. But I'll just leave it. That's a whole nother video, whole nother live. But his style and shoe was super inspired the Yeezy too, for sure. If not,
his shoe was inspired by the Iverson. The questions? I mean, the answers.
Yeah. So that's just how we all kind of benefit from each other. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Go down that rabbit hole, most definitely. But to answer Rachel, I don't know if they're gonna bounce back in 2023, man. They need a big person to fill Ye's shoes. Kwame says, let's see. Kwame says Travis 4s are so fire. They over 1K. Kwame says Adidas not even dropping good clothes. I have a couple collab tracks, suits, and they didn't drop any this year. They shook right now to be 100. BK in the building says Travis did his thing this year. Rachel says at BK, yo, what up? BK says Off-White Brooklyn. BK says sup Rachel, back when to grab some Chinese food. Okay, Manny went and got some Chinese food. Okay, might have to do the same thing. Manny, thanks for the inspiration for show. Manny with a kick says agree. BK. Kwame says nobody really going for the Travis trainers. They're not. And the yellow Air Max barely only retail. I had the Air Maxes on the list as far as like overall, but I didn't put them in my countdown.
Mm-hmm.
They were okay, and people kind of semi reacted to those as well. But it's a shoe I feel like that just came and went this year. Kwame says Let's see. Rachel says, "Gotta dip out. I'm at a dinner. Peace." All right, Rachel. Later. Appreciate that. We about to dip out too. Most definitely. We about to dip out. Do the same thing. About to go grab something to eat.
Oh yeah, it's time to eat.
Most definitely. Men of the Kick says, "Peace, Rachel." Peace, Rachel from Kwame. BK says, "Enjoy, Rachel." J. Brooks says, "Peace, Rachel." Kwame says, The Jordans are both fire." Yeah, I mean, overall, Nike did their thing. I don't know where Adidas stand, man. I hope they can bounce back though. I'll say that.
Yeah,
because Nike needs somebody on their back to keep them on their toes. Pause. Yeah, but you know what I mean. That did not come out. That did not. Wow, that did not come out. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Kwame says, "I got the blue trainers and they're not bad, but trainers don't get much love." That is true. But we've been on this joint over an hour and 31 minutes, man. Y'all smash the like button, sub up to the channel if you haven't done so already. I make content about sneakers, occasional try-on hauls. This was our top 5 sneakers of 2022. Me and Dunks collaborated. I thought we was gonna have a little bit more beef going on, but this was actually a smooth transitional, nice countdown, man. 3 on the top 5 were already on there between me and Dunks before we even spoke. So really, we just had to narrow it down to the 2 out of that one, which not too hard. And I feel like everybody respects the list. So definitely this was a fun thing. I'm definitely going to make sure this is something we stay consistent with when it's time to do any type of countdown. I feel like I like that style for sure. But anyway, man, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of things. Stop rambling, man. Sub up to the channel if you haven't done so already. If you like content about sneakers, I'm Jeremy Jones, and I'm going to let my homie take us out.
Yo, everybody, man. I don't know. Is this the last live of the year? Oh, do we got one more coming? What do you want to say?
I'm going to say we got one more for sure. I know I'll be live. We can be live Wednesday. I'm not sure how your schedule is, but of course we're going to be live Wednesday. Next Saturday, not so much, but I think we still got 1 week left after that. So we should have a couple more in the bank, but I just want to make sure we get this on top. The only shoe that I think that we're waiting on to drop that's left is the Orange Lobsters on sneakers in the Jordan 2 Chicagos.
Yeah.
So other than that, that's pretty much the year. So we right at it.
Yeah. So, we'll be back Wednesday. But with that, everybody, I hope everybody liked our list. I liked how everybody had their inputs. Everybody had their fair share, and I agree with what everybody's placement was. Myself, great ideas, great minds think alike, I guess. So but I think it's a good list. Honestly, I wish that I had that whole list, myself. Be all great shoes. But with that, man, I think this was a good one. And we'll just come back, do it again, see what we can talk about on the next one.
Most definitely, man. And we're officially out this thing, man. Peace.
I don't need a rollie on my wrist. Perfect timing, got with the assist. I've been working since I was a kid. I just gotta keep my head up. Running, I'm never gonna let. I'll never feed the haters cause they fed up. They still tryna find a way to win. I just gotta run it up again. I don't need a rollie on my wrist. Perfect timing, got with the assist. I've been working since I was a kid. I just gotta keep my head up. Running, I'm never gonna let. I'll never feed the haters cause they fed up. I got them fed up for real. Riding around, but I'm the passenger now. Cause Jesus done took the wheel. What is it now? I know they all want the crown. It's heavy like 200 pounds. You in or you out. You better stop running your mouth. I got wings, ain't no shooting me down. Heaven sent, I'm a saint. Leave it all in the paint. In my bag on the way to the bank. If you chase, then you know your fate. Super size, we don't gotta aim. Ain't see us coming on, what a flame. Got a vibe with the gang. You know my name, you don't know my pain. They counting me out. Every second, you know who's in first, so I'm coming in second. They hit on my flows, but they use me as reference. Gassing myself cause he don't got a preference. I see these fools flying, they ain't safe. They doing the most right in front of my face. I know that we got it, we up like an addict on the phone. We bought it, we know what it takes. They still trying to find a way to win. that's when it all begins. I don't need a rollie on my wrist. Perfect timing, God with the assist. I've been working since I was a kid. I just gotta keep my head up. Running, I'm never gon' let. I'll never feed the haters cause they fed up. They still tryna find a way to win. Talk to God, that's when it all begins. I don't need a rollie on my wrist. Perfect timing, God with the assist. I've been working since I was a kid. I just gotta keep my head up. Running, I'm never gon' let. I'll never feed the haters cause they fed up. You don't gotta see. All you need is faith, the size of a mustard seed. It was hard to believe, but I know God is with me. Look what he's done for me. I'm still on a mission, don't bother me. They're playing the game like it's hide and seek. Giving the bag, just wait and see. They'll tell them themselves with accuracy. You don't know all the pain I felt. It just felt like I went through hell. Started riding when I was 12. 10 years later, I'm doing well. When you need them the most, they gon' sell. Call him God, he'll pay for the bell. No one's perfect, we all gonna fail. I follow God, I'm behind him like a tail. They tryna take me out, gotta switch it, I'm running a different route. I'm too different, I don't fit in with the crowd. I'm too busy just tryna make mama proud. Talking down on the game, that's not allowed. Better watch what you say when we around. I can go on for days, I got plenty rounds. I got angels surrounding me, look around. Yeah, they still tryna find a way to win. Talk to God, that's when it all begins. I don't need a rollie on my wrist. Perfect timing, God with the assist. I've been working since I was a kid. I just gotta keep my head up. Running, I'm never gon' let. I'll never feed the haters cause they fed up.
Where's Da Vinci?
Find a way to win. Talk to God, that's when it all begins. I don't need a rollie on my wrist. Perfect timing, God with the assist. I've been working since I was a kid. I just gotta keep my head up. Running, I'm never gon' let. I'll never feed the haters cause they fed up. They still tryna find a way to win. Talk to God, that's when it all begins. I don't need a rollie on my wrist. Perfect timing, God with the assist. I've been working since I was a kid. I just gotta keep my head up. Running, I'm never gon' let. I'll never feed the haters cause they fed up. For real, riding around, but I'm the passenger now, cause Jesus done took the wheel. What is it now? I know they all want the crown, it's heavy like 200 pounds. You in or you out, you better stop running your mouth. I got wings, ain't no shooting me down. Heaven sent, I'm a saint, leave it all in the paint. In my bag on the way to the bank. If you chase, then you know your fate. Too precise, we don't gotta aim. Ain't see us coming over, what a flame. Got a vibe with the gang, you know.